You know that feeling when a song just gets you? When it perfectly captures an emotion you felt but could never quite put into words? Like that physical ache of missing someone? Well, today we're diving deep into Hulky Hulky Si Bersat to see exactly how its lyrics so masterfully build that universal story of love, separation, and longing.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to explore the protagonist's deep sense of emptiness. Then we'll pinpoint the one simple thing that triggers this whole emotional cascade. From there, we'll look at the flood of memories that comes rushing back, which leads us straight to the desperate plea at the song's heart. And finally, we'll unpack the powerful vow of devotion that fuels this entire feeling of longing.
All right, so to really get the song's power, we have to start right where the protagonist is, in the state of profound incompleteness, feeling just utterly lost without their loved one. The song kicks off with this incredibly powerful line, "My heart feels at home nowhere without you now." And this isn't just about being sad, right? It's a fundamental sense of displacement. The whole world feels off, and no place feels like home anymore. This one line sets up the core conflict for the entire song. Now, what makes this feeling so heavy is the time that's passed. This isn't some fresh pain, it's an old wound. The song makes the weight of all those days, months, maybe even years feel so real you can almost touch it. It creates this deep, enduring ache.
And the lyrics really drive this home with the phrase, "Examana hua," it's been an age. This isn't just for dramatic effect. It perfectly captures how time seems to stretch on forever when you're apart from someone you love.
So you've got this deep, constant ache of absence, just kind of simmering below the surface. But what makes it boil over? Well, the song gives us a very specific and really poetic catalyst for it all.
So what is it? What's the one small thing in the world that can unlock such a powerful, dormant emotion? The answer, it turns out, is hiding in plain sight, right there in the title of the song. The trigger isn't some big, dramatic thunderstorm. It's a Hulky Hulky Si Bersat, a light, gentle rain. And that's what's so beautiful about this, you know? It shows how the quietest, most subtle moments can unlock our most overwhelming emotions. The rain isn't just weather, it's literally the key that unlocks the past. And once that door is unlocked, what comes through is not a trickle, it's a flood. The gentle rain happening outside is in such stark contrast to the emotional storm it unleashes inside the protagonist. You gotta pay attention to the language here. The memory is bihisab, immeasurable, countless, beyond calculation. So after the light rain, you get an immeasurable memory. It's just this uncontrollable, all-consuming rush that completely takes over everything. And what's cool is the song gets super specific about what these memories feel like. They aren't just thoughts, it's a full-body experience. The memory lives in the eyes as dreams, it's alive in the chest as feelings, and it shows up physically as a betab, a restless, anxious heartbeat. The past isn't just being remembered here, it's being relived. So you've got this overwhelming flood of feeling, this emptiness, this longing, these vivid memories, and it all builds up to one single urgent point. It all culminates in the emotional core of the song, a desperate plea. And get this isn't just some line in the chorus, it's the gravitational center of the whole song. Everything that's felt, everything that's remembered gets channeled into this one recurring, heart-wrenching call to action.
Aajave Mahi. Come, my beloved. That's it. Just 3 simple words, but the way they're repeated throughout the song transforms them from a simple request into this desperate, almost primal cry. It's the only possible response to such an overwhelming wave of emotion. It's just pure, unfiltered longing.
So why is this longing so incredibly deep? Well, the song gives us a really clear answer. The pain is so profound because the love it's built on is founded on this vow of absolute, unending devotion. I mean, just look at the sheer scale of the commitment here. It's broken down into 3 huge promises. First, a promise of life itself. I'll give you all my remaining breaths. Then, a promise of time. I will remain yours for my whole life. And finally, a promise of total sacrifice. I will sacrifice the world for your desires. This isn't just love, it's a complete surrender of the self.
And that, right there, is the central tension that makes this song so powerful. On one side, you have the intense pain of absence, a heart with no home and an immeasurable flood of memory. And on the other, you have the incredible power of devotion, a promise of every single breath and a vow for a lifetime. The depth of that devotion is precisely what makes the pain of absence so unbearable.
So all of this leaves us with one final thought. The song tells a very specific story, but it touches on something absolutely universal, the way a simple sensory experience, the smell of rain, a certain song, a taste, can connect us to our most powerful emotions. It kind of makes you wonder, what's your gentle rain?